This is it. Prismatic Evolutions. It's over. Prices, singles are going down. Prismatic, it's not what it used to be anymore. It's going down. People were right. Obviously, that was sarcasm. It probably wasn't that good. But I want to talk about this because I feel like a lot of people are overreacting to what's happening with prismatic evolutions. And people have talked about the singles and prices going down. And in this video, I want to talk about why it's really important to know why things are happening before you make these quick, statements saying, "Oh yeah, this is it. Prismatic evolutions, MSRP, all the sealed product, it's all over. This is it. This is the crash." Because when you think about what is and why this is happening, this was to be expected, right? I'm not surprised this is happening. I thought prices were going to continue to go down, and they have, and they're going to go down even more. It's gonna happen, and this was not surprising, right? And I feel like people have this skewed sort of idea of how the market works. Like people think everything is just straight up and it never goes down, right? Guys, there's cycles to stuff, right? And now, right now, for Prismatic, we're in this sort of down cycle, and I'm going to explain why. But this stuff happens. I mean, a perfect example. You guys remember 151? 151, prices went down. Then what happened? Prices went up. And what's happening now? Prices are going down. Guys, this is all a cycle of stuff that happens. Things don't just go straight up, stay there, and keep going up. Like, that doesn't really happen, right? There's phases. Sometimes sets go up a ton. They're super expensive, which just happened to Prismatic, right? It was at like 8 grand total set value for a little bit. And then things started to steadily go down. And even more recently, stuff has happened, which caused it to go down even more. It's not surprising. This stuff, I feel like, gets, I think blown out of proportion when people say, "Oh, look at these prices. I told you it's all going down." Well, yeah, it wasn't going to stay there and go up forever, right? At some point, it's going to go down, and at some point, it's probably going to go back up, right? And in this video, I guess just I want to show you guys, or just share with you guys, why this is happening, right? And why it's not surprising. And like I said, the prices are going to go down even more than what they're at. I truly believe that. What will they go down to? I don't know, but they will drop more, 100%. I don't think this is the bottom, because there's just been some recent things that's been happening, which is why it's been going down. So let's first talk about the most obvious thing of why prices have been going down. The Costco bundles. We just had Costco bundles drop a few weeks ago when they bottomed out right here. This is when they dropped. Same thing with the booster bundles, right? This is when they dropped, the Costco bundles. So just a few weeks ago, they dropped. What happens when product gets released at retail stores? People open them, right? Yeah, there's evil scalpers and investors that hoard them. Yes, that happens too. But people open up product at retail. And what happens when across the country Costco bundle or Costco Prismatic Evolutions bundles show up? People go to the store, buy them, open them, pull cards, sell them. What will then happen? People sell their cards, and as maybe some people see the card prices go down, people may, sell their cards in fear. People that are holding on to a sealed product may just, open it up, see the prices going down. There's so many factors, right? But it's just the supply was added to the market, which causes prices to go down for sealed product, which it did for a little bit. People open up at these lower prices. People buy the products at retail prices. More cards get added to the market. I mean, that's simple, right? But that's a big reason why we have seen these prices drop just recently, even more than they were already dropping. It's because we've got more sealed product added to the market. So this was going to happen. And what is something else going on right now of why just the market in general is slowing down? Summer. This has been a huge thing, and it's been shown, proven in previous times, and it's showing right now. Sales are slower pretty much across the board for everything, right? It's not just Prismatic Evolutions, it's other sets as well. Obviously, maybe take Destined Rivals as, I guess, a anomaly because it's literally it's been released for about a month now. There's still like demand for it, or high demand because it is still very new. But other than that, sales across the board have gone down. Look at Sword and Shield. Look at all of the other Scarlet and Violet sets except for Peldy Evolved, right? Everything is going down. It's not just Prismatic. It's everything. Because in summer, sales slow down. So you take into account we recently just got, we just got more supply. It's now summer, sales are slower. And plus, Prismatic Evolutions. It's not the brand new hot thing. It's not Destin Rivals, right? This set at this point is 6 months old. So a set that's 6 months old, it's not going to have the same hype it did when it was first released, right? We saw that with Surging Sparks. Surging Sparks was pretty much the same thing. It was very strong for a few months, like Prismatic Evolutions, right? But what happened? Now Surging Sparks is like 9 months old. The hype, people don't talk about Surging Sparks really that much, right? It's the same thing. So you take all these factors of why the stuff is happening. This was expected, right? This is not like some old crazy thing. Oh, I told you so. Yeah, because look at what's happened. If you see what's happened, it's obvious this is happening. And like I said, prices will continue to go down. I truly believe they will go down. But at some point, I also think they will go back up because this is all a cycle. Things aren't just up, stays there and goes up. It goes up and down, and now the market's slowing down. Things are going to go down. It's just what happens. So to me, I feel like a lot of people are overreacting, but let's just take a look at the prices because things have dropped quite a bit. It's nothing to really say they haven't dropped because they have dropped a good amount. So first here, the Umbreon, the Moonbreon, Sunbreon, whatever you want to call it, it has now been selling for just under $1,000. At one point, this was $1,600, so it has dropped a lot. Don't get me wrong. I mean, you see the past 6 months how much it's dropped. It's dropped a lot. It's still an expensive card, but it's nowhere near as expensive as it was before. When will they go up? Where will they go back up to? Who knows? But they have been dropping. And it is worth noting, they're basically $1,000 flat at this point. Next, the Sylveon. The Sylveon, since being released, has dropped quite a bit. You can see at one point this was selling for upwards of almost $600. Now it's at $400. It's dropped quite a bit. The Espeon has also dropped quite a bit. You can see this one actually had a huge uprise in the beginning, but from its peak, it's dropped like 30%. So this one also has dropped a lot, right? Leafeon has also dropped a lot. Since, I guess, its peak, it's dropped like 40%. These cards across the board have dropped like 30-40%, all these evolutions. Next, Vaporeon, same thing, also dropped like 35%. You can see all these have dropped 30-40%. Jolteon, you can see, has dropped quite a bit, 25%. Glaceon has dropped 32%. See there. And lastly, Flareon has dropped a lot, 44%. So yes, these singles are dropping, and they have dropped quite a bit. This is not something to ignore. 44%, that's a very big drop in 3 months. And you could honestly consider this maybe a crash. Maybe, 44%, because that's almost half. That's a pretty big drop, right? But, I mean, you take all the factors in consideration. Prices going down, it wasn't surprising because the prices that some of these cards were at were pretty insane. And just recently, all these things have been going on has caused these prices to go down. Now, we'll see what happens after the summer, after things maybe start to pick back up for the market. We'll see what happens to Prismatic Evolutions with reprints and stuff. But at least for the time being, seeing these singles going down is not surprising. So we'll see what happens, how much further they go down, because they have already gone down quite a bit. I don't know if we're at the bottom, but I think we're not. I think it'll probably drop a little bit more, but some of these have dropped quite a bit. It is worth noting. So that's all I want to talk about here. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think about this. Do you think this is really the end of Prismatic, or do you think that these factors we've had recently have caused this to happen, and this wasn't surprising? Because to me, the people that are overreacting to Prismatic price drops, it's insane. Because you think about everything, it's not surprising that this has happened, right? So that's all I want to talk about here. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.